In 2 seasons as Crystal Palace manager, we've finished 7th twice in the Premier League and we've reached the semi-final of the Europa Conference League. But now it's time to push on. We need to go for at least top 6, maybe even push for top 4 and start challenging for a cup competition. I fully believe that we have the players in our squad to do so, and I've decided to go for a new system as well. Let's get season 3 of a Selhurst Success Story underway, shall we? Hello everyone and welcome back to a Selhurst Success Story and the start of season 3. You might hear I've got a slight sore throat at the minute. Today's Wednesday. I haven't been able to record for about a week. But Sunday just gone was the FA Cup semi-final, and as you all know, in real life I'm a Palace fan and we lost to Chelsea on Sunday. But my throat still hasn't fully recovered yet, so if my voice does slightly go up and down during this video, that's the reason why. Before we get into this video, can you please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to know when future videos are released. Comment below just to say hi, tell me what you like, what you don't like about the videos, and help me to build the channel. As you can see, we start the season off at home to Sheffield United, who last season avoided a drop by a point. Because at the end of last season, at the end of the last episode, we clicked through to see if Chelsea would win the Champions League so that we would qualify or have a chance of qualifying for Europe. So I skipped past the season review, so we ain't going to have that. We had a season review at the end of the first season. We haven't had one at the end of the second. It don't matter anyway. Transfer-wise, we've seen Remy Matthews, our sub-goalkeeper. He's gone on a free transfer. A couple of youngsters, Jake O'Brien, Noah Watson, have gone. Jezaram Raksaki's gone. Will Hughes joined Norwich at the end of his loan spell. Luke Plange, I didn't actually realise that Southampton had an option to buy him. It's kind of upset the fans a little bit as well. But he's gone. And Jean-Philippe Mateta has gone to West Ham. I offered him out. I'll tell you why in a sec. I offered him out. And West Ham came in for him. And they've brought him. We've got a few that are going ahead. I think Gyro Radio World is going to go to Southampton. We've rejected a few offers. We've got loads of offers in for Edlin Escamento. I think I've rejected most of them. But if we have a look, Jesse Charles has gone as well. £9.5 million Mateta went for. But for incomings, I thought, right, we need a new striker just in case. So I went for Eddie Nketiah from Arsenal, £8 million. He's English. He's 24 years old. He isn't that good actually in the game. He's a decent player in real life. He isn't actually that good. Look, potential of 3-star. He's only 2.5 star. But he's agreed to join as a fringe player. He only cost £8 million, which is the top end of his thing. He's down in like 5th amongst our top strikers. Plays best in advance forward. But he's quick. He's decent agility, decent off the ball, decent finishing. So he's a good option to have to come off the bench, to be honest, or even in the squad. He isn't going to demand too much playing time, hopefully. But I thought £8 million, you can't really go wrong. And then we broke the bank a little bit. Record signing. Eduardo Camavinga from Real Madrid. 20-year-old French international, 5 caps, 1 goal. Plays either as a defensive midfielder or a normal midfielder. Best role is Carrilero, but he plays a deep line playmaker, central midfielder, Mazzala. He could play as an anchorman, defensive midfielder, a segundo volante. Basically can play everywhere. His stats have gone down a little bit since he signed for some reason. But potential 5-star player. Like I said, 20 years old. The club wanted me to sign players under the age of 20 for the future, but I've signed one for now. Another wonder kid. He's unflappable in the media. And as you can see there, he's the best midfielder in the club, best midfielder in the squad. I'll show you why in a minute. He'll probably be partnering Michael Elise and Daniel Braganza in midfield. Because I've switched up the system a little bit. Then I needed a new sub-goalkeeper. Remy Matthews had gone. So I signed Augustin Marquezin, £1.7 million. Only 2.5 stars. He's 35 years old. He doesn't speak the language, but he agreed to come as a backup. His value is more than what we actually paid for him. My thinking was, we have Livakovic. I don't want to sign another goalkeeper who is going to push Livakovic for starting place. They both want to play all the time. It ends up with one of them copying the ump. Could cause a rift in the squad. So I thought, we'll sign someone who he's got a bit of international experience. He's got a lot of experience in general. He's still got decent stats. And he would be a decent backup option for Livakovic. And then I had my eye turned. I had my 16 days later in game, just 2 days ago really in the game. And I signed Alban Lafont. 3.5 star current, 4 star potential, 24 years old. We've signed him as an important player for £17.5 million. He's been at Nantes for the last couple of seasons. There's a little story actually about Lafont. I signed him, I think back in Football Manager 2017, I think it might have been. He was a teenager. Signed him, plucked him from obscurity. Made him number one goalkeeper. And it was actually as Palace manager as well. Made him a number one goalkeeper as a teenager. And he played one season. He was absolutely phenomenal for us. Played one season. And then Man City came in and signed him. He refused a new contract. He refused a pay rise. He refused everything. And he signed for Man City. And then in the next 3 seasons, I didn't score a goal against Man City. And I blame Alban Lafont. And I've actually disliked him in real life because of it for all this time. So I figured I'm going to buy him again. Hopefully he'll be a little bit more loyal this time. And will make me like him a little bit. Felix Agu has had his release clause met by Porto twice, maybe 3 times, and he's rejected the contract offer both times so far. Hopefully he continues to do so, but Porto are really keen to get him. As for squad, we still haven't got the biggest squad in the world, like as far as squad depth. I mean, there's a lot of players there. But as far as like squad depth goes, it isn't the greatest. I mean, Chris Mepham wants to go out on loan again. Nathan Ferguson wants to go out on loan. I think Riedewald's on his way out. I've brought Adaramola up into the first team squad as backup for Tyrick Mitchell. And Renan can play on the left as well. But if we look... Oh, it's up there, isn't it? If we look at our squad depth, and you'll see that I've changed the system a little bit as well. We've got Lafont and Livakovic competing for in the goal. Felix Agu is our best right back. We don't really have a decent backup. I mean, Gurhi and Casas can play there, but Casas I have tried to get rid of. He only played a handful of games for us last season and he wasn't that good. So I thought I'd try and get rid of him, but no one wants him. Tyrick Mitchell on the left. Felix Agu is our second best left back as well. And then Renan. But we haven't got anyone better than a 3-star current ability in defence. So if somebody does become available, I may go in for someone. And 2 of the players there, like Mansverk and Koyate, are midfielders. So it could be an area I need to strengthen at some point. Midfield, we're fine. Look, Elise, Braganza, Camavinga, then we've got Grilic, Mansverk, Koyate that are backups. And then we've got Edouard, Klozek, Sesko, Petkovic and Nketiah up front. I'm still fully expecting before the end of the transfer window someone to come in again for Edouard. We did have a bid from Arsenal, but it was nowhere near what we wanted, and he said that he didn't want to talk to him anyway, so I rejected it, and he didn't mind. But if we look at the tactic for this season, I haven't got a team picture yet for this game. I'm going to go for the custom tiki-taka. So we're going to go shorter passing, we're going to play out of defence, low crosses, we're going to dribble less with the ball. We're going to try and work the ball into the box. We're going to play at a lower tempo, but not. Actually, I'm going to go slightly lower tempo. I'm going to go slightly lower tempo. I don't want to slow the game down too much, but I fully believe that this season we've got. I mean, the last 2 seasons I've gone for the 4-2-4 or the 3-3-3 wide, and we have gone on poor runs of form. Like, we've gone on really bad runs of form that have really cost us in the season. So I thought this season I deleted all the well, not all. I deleted the second and third tactical choices, and I clicked on, when they recommend what they think we should be playing, and tiki taka was one of them. So obviously the assistant manager believes we've got the players to play the system, so I'm going to give it a go. We've played it a couple of times in friendlies. We got a 2-0 win over Boca Juniors playing it, and a 2-1 win over Rangers. So it worked in those games. We'll see how it works in the league today against Sheffield United. If we look at our league fixture list, Sheffield United and Everton to begin, then we've got Man United, Tottenham, then we have a couple of relatively easy games, I'd say. November's looking tough, Chelsea, Man City and Newcastle. But we haven't really got... I mean, last season, I think we had a run where we played like Man United, Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal, all in the space of like 5 or 6 games. We had like 4 or 5 really tough games. This season, it looks like we've got a little break every time. I mean, I say a little break every time, but we're still teams that we've lost against. Predictions. If we click on there and we have a look at the season preview, 100-1 to win the league. 9th place is what the media are basically predicting. The newly promoted sides, Blackburn are tipped to go bottom. Watford 17th and Wolves 10th, just behind us. But I want to go there. I want to be up there somewhere. Anywhere between 3rd and 6th, I'll be really happy. The board only want us to finish mid-table, so we haven't got that pressure of trying to qualify for Europe straight away. And I think I've waffled enough to begin with, so I am going to go and pick my team, and we're going to go and start the season against Sheffield United. Right, the team for the opening game of the season, and the team that will test out this new 4-3-3 narrow DM custom tiki-taka system that I've got going on, is Lafont in goal, Agu at right back, Mitchell at left back, both playing as wing backs, Anderson as a ball playing defender, Rennan as a central defender, Braganza will play as the regista, Elise as the advanced playmaker, Camavinga as a box-to-box, Petkovic as the false 9, and I've got Edouard and Sesko both as advanced forwards. I may change this, like the way they're playing. I thought the false 9, Petkovic, could drop into this space, similar to a deep lying forward, I suppose, but I thought I'd play him as the false 9, see if he could drop back. I've never really used the false 9 much, so I don't actually know what it does. But I'm figuring that a proper number 9 will sort of sit around this point here. So I'm hoping that Petkovic does that, and then that links with Elise. I've got the option to switch to wingers on the bench. I've got Eze, Asprilla, Damari Gray. I've got Elise on the field anyway. Edouard can play over on the wing. So I've got options to change it around if it doesn't work. But we're going to play positively. We're going to look to try and press as much as possible. The one change I've made from last season is I'm going to try and hold my shape. When we lose possession, I'm going to try and hold my shape, or hold the team shape. Last season, we were playing the counter-attack, and we got hit on the counter-attack a lot. So, hopefully, by holding our shape and playing with that defensive midfielder, we may avoid getting hit on the counter-attack so much, and hopefully avoid conceding so many goddamn bloody goals. Here we go. First highlight. Braganza, Agu, Elise. Lovely little cross. Oh, I thought it was a cross. It wasn't. It was a shot. And that's gone straight into the top corner. 8 minutes into the game. And Crystal Palace are 1-0 up. I thought it was a cross. I thought it was going to go out of play. Braganza to Agu. Elise turns here. Looked like a cross. And it just flies into the top corner. 1-0 up. Inside the first 9 minutes. And I'll take that all day long. You might not have meant it, but it's a great goal to open our account for the season. Mitchell's already picked up a little bit of a knock, so we're going to have to keep an eye on him. Braganza, Camavinga. Mitchell on the left. Can he beat his man? He can. Sort of does. Comes back, Braganza, gives it to Mitchell again, who puts the cross in. Elise, and what's happened here? Petkovic has been pushed or pulled or bundled into, but there's a chance of a penalty here. The penalty's been awarded. The cross came in. Elise went in for it, and it looked like Petkovic was bundled off the ball. And Odsonne Edouard to make it 2-0, and he does. Bottom left corner. No mistake about it. Odsonne Edouard opens his account for the season, and Palace have doubled their lead in the 16th minute of the game. 15 and a half minutes gone. Edouard just passes it into the bottom corner, really. We were favourites for this game, and we're definitely proving that we are the better side. Elise, disappointing finish that time. Maybe you should have gone for a cross. It might have gone in. Yeah, we're well on top here. 66% of the possession. 6 shots on goal, 3 on target. Sheffield United haven't had a shot on target just yet. And we look pretty comfortable. That corner. A few minutes to go till half time. Can we have a third? Elise puts it in, and we can. Odsonne Edouard out jumps everyone else. Smashes home the header. And it's 3-0. Elise, great corner. Edouard comes steaming in. Out jumps everyone. I think there was someone else trying to jump with him. But Edouard got there first. And that is pretty much as good as the first half you're going to see. 70% of the possession. XG 1.63, 13 shots, 5 on target. And 3 goals. I'll take that. I will take that. There's a couple of players that have been a little bit below par, like Petkovic 6.8 in that false 9 role. Maybe we need someone who plays more of an actual false 9 to play there, although he's a bit complacent. Benjamin Sesko as well, who was our goal scoring machine last season. He's on a 6.9. Joachim Anderson on a 6.9. The complacent players are the ones that have not actually got their 7 rating yet. It's mad though, isn't it? Someone gets a 7 rating, you're like, yeah, they're playing well. 6.9, you're useless, you are. Absolutely useless. Do better. There ain't much difference in it really, is there? Anderson and Renan playing around with it in the box. Braganza, Camavinga, Sesko, Petkovic. Camavinga again. Playing some lovely football here, look. Over to Mitchell, who still seems fine despite picking up a knock. Cross comes in. Edouard, Petkovic, 4-0. Bruno Petkovic. Lovely cross from Mitchell. Edouard headed it down and Petkovic smashes home. 4-0. Mitchell, lovely cross. Edouard got there first. And Petkovic couldn't really miss, could he? And the whole team's got over a 7 rating at the minute. Sheffield United are going to try and have an attack. Something they haven't really managed the whole game. There's Brewster. Great finish from Ryan Brewster. I looked at possibly signing him, but I thought he ain't going to be good enough to challenge for top 4, top 6. maybe a little bit of complacency in the defence. Sort of stood off Brewster. And Urban Lafont didn't save that, so he isn't really showing anything special in this game. He's got a 7.1 rating. But I haven't seen him make a save yet. We've only had one highlight with Sheffield United attacking, and it was a goal. So I can't really make much judgment about the goalkeeper at the minute. There's Berg, Mitchell gets the header in, but Sheffield United are trying to make a game of this now. They've waited to go 4-0 down and that's gone out for a goal kick. I'm going to make a couple of changes, I think. 58 minutes gone. We'll wait for the 65th minute. I'm definitely going to take Mitchell off. He's still okay. I mean, there's another poor finish. Yeah, let's make some subs. We'll take Mitchell off. Bring Gurhey on. Might switch him around as well. Play Gurhey on the right. We'll give Nketiah a run out in place of Sesko. I think that'll do for now. I don't want to change up too much. Here's Elise with another corner. Puts it in and Petkovic got there and it's gone over the bar. A look to play out from the back, but Agu has given away possession at left back. There you go, Lafont's made a save. Caught it. Agu, Braganza. Agu, Mark Gurhey. To Elise. Elise shot and another cracking finish from Michael Elise. Second goal of the game. And a second brilliant finish. Mark Gurhey picks it out on the edge of the box. Pass it to Elise. Elise, first time strike. What a left foot on the boy. Here's Elise to swing in a corner. Sheffield United are going to look to hit us on the counter after clearing the corner. But we regrouped really well then, actually. And that's gone over. As we approach the last few minutes, looks like a pretty comfortable victory. Albeit against a team who only survived by a point last season. 22 shots on goal, 8 on target. So our shots, we've got to try and find the target a little bit more. But Elise starts the season with a 10. Edouard with an 8.8. And you can't really argue with that. Look at the XG story. Fantastic performance, 2.97 XG. 66% of the possession. We only committed 3 fouls as well, which is really good. I want to see less fouls actually, because we conceded a lot of fouls, a lot of free kicks last season, and it cost us quite a bit. But that is a fantastic start to the season. I'm going to outstretch my arms in praise. I'm going to tell them it was a very nice victory. They're inspired and motivated. And we move up to second position after the first game of the season. Now, let's have a look. Tyreek Mitchell's out with a bruised shin for a couple of days. Managed to get through most of the game and pretty much set up 2 of the goals, but he's got to sit out training for a couple of days. Bless him. He's got a bit of a bruise on his shin. Why just change that around? Schedule. Right. Let's have a look at our fixture list here. Like I said before, we're aiming for top 6 this season. I could come back there, but there's only a couple of games in between, and we get stuck at the beginning of the season too much. But then if I play through, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'd be 8 league games to get to Chelsea. I might do that actually. I'm gonna we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens on deadline day. As I've said before, I always record deadline day, so the next episode could be deadline day and Man United. If there's no major ins or outs or anything, I may come back and show Man United and Tottenham anyway. But my thinking at the minute is to go all the way down to there. Possibly even do a triple header, depending on how Newcastle start the season, because all 3 of those teams are tipped to finish above us. So we'll see what happens. We're going to play through the next couple of games, get through deadline day, see what happens there. Maybe back for deadline day in the Man United game. Maybe back just for deadline day. Maybe back for the Man United Tottenham game. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to know when future videos are released. Comment below to say what you did and didn't like about the video, or just to say hi. Or if there's anything you want to see, like, do you want to see me do something different? Is there a player you think I should sign? Just whatever you want to comment, just comment below. As long as it ain't too rude. All right. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.